Well, let's get more on the action that's being taken on the truck arson incidents in places like Mpumalanga, where in the early hours of yesterday morning, trucks had been set alight. And I'm joined by Vusi Shongwe, who's the Mpumalanga Community Safety, Security and Liaison MEC. MEC, good evening to you and welcome. 5 trucks torched on the N4 at Waterval Boven, early hours of Monday morning. You would have heard in our news bulletins incidents at Van Reenen's Pass on the N3 in KZN and other places as well. What is your reaction to this?
No, first and foremost, let me greet you and greet your viewers. That particular incident, we condemn it as a provincial government, to the fullest, because it was faceless when it happened on the N4 on the morning part of yesterday. So the police have then embarked on patrolling, all the strategic roads in our province to make sure that they monitor whatever incident that might happen again.
MEC, what do you believe is behind these attacks? We were listening to our reporter a short time ago. It seems as if there are levels of coordination and planning involved, not only in places like KZN, but elsewhere as well. What do you think is driving this?
I think this might be the politics of the transport industry, which that for the past few years, there's a contestation of between the foreign drivers and the drivers from South Africa. And in the meantime, there are also criminal elements that are involved in that particular space. You must remember that even when people are doing service delivery protests in some areas, trucks are mainly targeted. So there are a number of, elements that are involved in that particular space, which need all of us as a provincial government, together with SABC and all the security clusters, to sit down and strategize and check as to how to deal with this matter. And in the case of the incident on the N4, we might be fortunate, or the SABC might be fortunate, because it happened just immediately after your toll gate, which might give us a clue in terms of the cameras and so on as to who was involved at that particular time, who passed in that particular road at that particular time. That will assist the police to make follow-ups in that particular incident.
Well, as you're saying, MEC, you're combing, whatever evidence you have at your disposal, including CCTV footage. You've just also told us that there are a number of convergent issues which are resulting in these acts of criminality. And it's very important to be really specific so that you can respond in a targeted way. Based on your engagements with police and crime intelligence, what are they able to share with you up until now about their theories around who might be behind this? And are they saying to you that arrests are imminent?
Yeah, they are saying arrests are imminent. What they also suspect is that if, an incident like that happened just adjacent to Waterval Boven, certain people of around that particular town might have seen those things, or might have been used, to do or implement the decision of the so-called, I will say, in a lack of a better word, syndicate, to be able to trace them if necessary. You can put intelligence, but there's no better intelligence than the people who are adjacent, the community, the resident of that particular area, because whatever that happens, they are there on full-time basis to be able to relate what happened, what they saw at that particular time.
So you're canvassing the nearby communities quite hard. What can you tell truck fleet operators about security measures?
As a department in the Mpumalanga province, I've made an undertaking with the truck owners that on quarterly basis we must meet and do assessment of every problem that is happening in their industry, especially in the province of Mpumalanga. So that particular meeting, together with the joint security cluster, I think it needs to sit, if possible, next week so that we are able to relate and share some ideas because they are more knowledgeable about this industry themselves.
You know, as we've seen around the country, MEC, these, these incidents, these attacks, they happen, with a level of regularity. And given what you're saying now, you're combing all the information that you have at your availability, you're talking to the community there. Would you say with some confidence tonight that you have the situation under control, or is, that area, that particular stretch of road still at high risk tonight?
No, it's fully under control. The police are patrolling that particular area, not only that area, the entire stretch of the N4. You must remember that N4 is connecting us with your neighboring countries like Mozambique and Swaziland. So basically, we are very, very vigilant, and the police are very vigilant in that particular space.
MEC Vusi Shongwe, thank you very much for talking to us tonight. We appreciate it. He is the Mpumalanga Community Safety, Security and Liaison MEC.